episode of The Chef
and the Dietitian.
I'm Chef AJ.
And I'm Julieanna Hever, the Plant-Based Dietitian.
Together, we're the Chef and the Dietitian.
And we make healthy taste delicious.
Personalized shirts. The show's got a bigger budget now, you can see by our set. So today we're going to make saucy glazed mushrooms.
Yum.
So we are going to cook some onions without any oil. Shocking, isn't it?
It's shocking. Yes, it can be done.
How can you cook without oil?
I don't know.
We'll show you. We don't know how to cook with oil.
No.
Would you please turn the oven on
I
for
would
me?
love
Thank
to.
you. And
low, medium, or high?
let's put it on high because we don't have a lot of time. But we do have to watch these carefully. So how do you cook without oil? Don't use it. Or use something else, like water, like
Vegetable broth, vinegar, beer, wine, which I know you wouldn't like, but
fruit juice, like if you're doing a stir fry.
Coconut water.
Absolutely, anything. But you can also dry saute if you have a good non-stick pan.
Right, but make sure you don't use the Teflon because it's been known to kill birds,
canaries,
and cause flu-like symptoms in humans.
That's where they get,
let alone whatever carcinogenic properties it might have.
That's where they get the saying, the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah. Well, not from Teflon, but but they use that same analogy, right?
So basically, what we're going to do is just cook these, and we're going to get a nice brown on them. If we don't want them to get burned because we don't ever want to have acrylamides, right?
Right.
Because those are bad. Huh?
Right. Anytime you don't want to overcook anything. Right. Because it brings out bad compounds. Plus, you want to retain as much of the nutrition as you can because a lot of nutrients, not all nutrients, but a lot of nutrients are diminished with heat. Some of them are actually enhanced, like the carotenoids, lycopene, and lutein, for instance. They're actually enhanced with some heat added.
Lycopene, yeah, absolutely. I heard those three are the ones that we should have lightly cooked. So this is going to take a little bit, so we're probably going to do something else in the meantime, probably eat. And we're going to come back and show you what it's going to look like in a second. So in just a couple of minutes, look at the beautiful golden brown.
Look at that, brown with no oil.
No oil.
We don't need oil, and we don't want to have oil because you're getting 120 calories per tablespoon. It's 100% fat, and anyone that's trying to lose weight or maintain their weight or has any kind of already chronic disease that's been diagnosed, you don't want to be adding a lot of those calories and those fat calories straight into your body because it's very low in nutritional value as well.
It's heart healthy, isn't it?
Right, no,
Okay, I know that, but people just...
No, it's not. There's no oil that you really require. You don't need any of those oils for good health.
Right, and let's just say for argument's sake that there was something good in olive oil or coconut oil. Couldn't we get it from eating the whole food?
And we get more from the whole food. If you compare olives to olive oil, it's like you get, there's like zero fiber in the olive oil. Right. And I think for half a cup of olive oil, I actually did the analysis, half a cup of olive oil is about 1,000 calories, but like a half a cup of olives is like 60 calories. And I don't know the numbers offhand, so don't quote me on it, but the fiber is a ton higher. There's all these other vitamins and minerals that you get inside the olive that you don't get inside of the extracted oil. You're just getting the fat. It's just the fat out of it.
People would get that.
With a little bit of vitamin E, that's the only thing. But a little bit. You can get so much more from the whole food
Absolutely.
source.
So the answer is eat the food, the whole food, nothing but
the whole food.
So help me God. So to this, I'm going to add,
can I do it?
Yeah, some garlic, 2 cloves, or as much as you want, as much or as little as you want, really. It's, really garlic, in my opinion, Julieanna, is to taste.
It is.
Sometimes a clove can be so pungent that, we'll put one more in. Sometimes a clove can be so pungent that it will knock the whole recipe out.
That's true, and how do you know beforehand?
You don't, you can smell
Sometimes it's over garlicky.
I think that when it's older, it gets more pungent.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
It's interesting, huh? Most things kind of decrease.
Right, but if people worry about that, they should roast their garlic because then it's always going to be mellow. So here's what I'm doing. So I marinated just mushrooms.
That my dog tried to eat all of them.
Just taste it. Marinated mushroom, delicious. I
What's
marinated them. Raw coconut aminos, and the reason is I'm allergic to soy, you're allergic to wheat, and this is like the perfect product for both of us.
These taste like they were cooked.
I know.
They're so soft.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
And you don't have to marinate this if you don't have time. It's just going to quicken the cooking. Because let me explain what happens. People don't think of mushrooms as having a lot of water, but they do. This was a pound of mushrooms marinated in a 1/4 cup of this low sodium coconut aminos. After I drained it, look how much.
So it's part mushroom juice?
Right, and so that's what I'm going to use. If it does stick, and it shouldn't because this is a non-stick pan, then I'll just add a tablespoon of this or 2 at a time. So we're just going to stir this up until it gets a nice glaze on it.
It already looks glazy.
But it's going to get even more so. And like if the pan starts to get dry, just a little bit at a time. That's
mushroom juice, yeah.
Right, it's mushroom juice and a little bit of that.
That is surprising how much water came out because it looks and feels so dry.
Right. And that's why if you don't do this step in advance, you're going to be cooking this much longer. And again, we're also going to use this in a future episode to show you how to make the most delicious lasagna.
Oh, AJ's lasagna. Called the disappearing lasagna because it disappeared.
You can eat these just like this.
It was really good. And it tastes like a cook. It really tastes cooked.
So continue stirring until all the liquid is evaporated, because the mushrooms will continue to release their liquid until you get a nice kind of saucy glaze over it. So you're probably wondering, what are you going to do with this, right?
What are you going to do with it?
Well, eat it, but
How?
Well, it could be a great side dish, like with mashed potatoes. It'd be great over pasta or rice or quinoa. We're actually going to use it in lasagna a little later, but let's just taste it.
Yeah, okay, I know you can't feel anything with your fingers, but can you, don't you burn your mouth ever?
We'll blow. I don't think chefs ever get burned.
I know, what's up with that?
I don't know, just
that's how you know I'm not a chef.
Right.
I've got scars everywhere.
It's so good.
Wow.
It's so good.
It's really good.
And you don't need oil. It's very flavorful. And you don't need salt, because you've got 113 milligrams of sodium for every teaspoon of
The coconut
aminos.
Yeah, it's really delicious. I could see that would be great on pasta or something like
with
that.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah, or mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Or even baked potatoes. Right
Oh
on
my
top.
gosh, stuff it with a baked potato, great idea.
Or mixed vegetables, like a stir fry. This would be good in anything.
Sounds good to me.
It's delicious.
Oh, excuse me.
We're gonna eat some more burning hot mushrooms.
Remember, if you want healthy in your kitchen, ask the chef and the dietitian.
Ciao for now. Cheers.